service. Have you thought about it lately? Hi, it's Bill with Bangs, and this is Creative License. And today I'm walking around Seward, Alaska, and I was reminded of the importance of really great customer service, because we ended up buying a tour for along the Alaskan fjords, the Kenai fjords, for tomorrow. And the young lady behind the counter, very young lady, went out of her way to really explain what we were getting. She didn't try to sell us on anything. She just said, we have these things. She looked at us, she talked to us, she asked us questions, and then she made a recommendation from what she thought would be best for our experience. Now, we spent about $400 on a cruise for tomorrow in the Alaskan fjords, and it wasn't a difficult sell. There's all kinds of companies. We could have walked up and down and talked to all these companies, but by the time we were done with this young lady with a smile and a genuine concern for hearing what we wanted, what we were comfortable with, what we weren't comfortable with. I mean, we have different comfort levels being at a certain age. Plus, I mean, my wife has dietary restrictions, and she didn't do the thing that a lot of people do with roll their eyes like, oh, dietary restrictions. Didn't do that at all. She took the time to really understand, care for, and then make a recommendation for something that was really going to work. What do you do? How much do you take into consideration with the people you talk to and the customers that you have when it comes down to the services you provide? Or is it one package or two package? You like it, you like it, you don't, you don't. Will you go out of your way? Will you surprise and delight them with the way that you are about those things? Do you know what I mean? I mean, we were surprised and delighted by the time and energy that she put into getting to know us, caring for our needs, the smile and the actual time she took. There were people in there that were waiting. She could have done her job faster, but instead, she just took the time to really understand, make us feel important. And then, this is tomorrow, right? We didn't really have a lot of plans for today. So we're like, well, let's go kind of figure out what we want to do. Well, what are you planning? She said. We're like, we're not really sure. Well, then she took another 30 minutes to ask us more questions and make a list of places and things that she knew we would like if we drove around. You know, like the no money fun. You're not going to spend a lot of money to get something out of the fact that you're in a place as beautiful as Alaska. Here's a great hike. It's not too long, but it's beautiful. You might see a moose, you might see a bear. You won't be up there for 4 hours, maybe get lost. Here's a really great place for coffee, best place in town. If you want a seafood dinner, there's a bunch of places that do it, but hey, here's the best seafood dinner. She doesn't work for any of those places. She works for a touring company. In fact, she's a student from Chicago, actually from Poland, okay, who's trying to get her master's degree in microbiology and here for the summer. So the only thing she has to gain is getting to know us, spending more time with us, and being a nice person. Really, that's all she really had to do, was to be a nice person long enough to make our day. Not only that did she make our day, not only did she do her job well, but we spent money with her, which could have been the end of the transaction. And for many of us, that's the end of the transaction. So when you think about what you do, what you provide, what will you do? How will you go out of your way to be sure that the people you serve have an experience like no other? And this young lady was not the owner, but she went out of her way and probably wasn't noticed by the company because she didn't have to. They got her for the summer because they needed somebody for the summer. What do you think? Write down your comments below. This is Bill. This is Creative License from Alaska.